Greetings, friends and fellow cigar, bonks, guitar enthusiasts. Dale Puckett here with a quick reminder. I get my parts at cbgiddy.com. And if you want to help support this channel and you want quality parts, I do have an affiliate link with a promo code in the video description. So welcome to What's on the Bench. I'm currently working on two separate projects. An Arturo Fuente here and a very large acoustic electric back here. So just to get you up to date, there is a video where I'm cannibalizing another instrument to make this instrument here, and so a lot of the parts from the other instrument are just being reincarnated into this one here. But first things first here, I just want to get you up to speed on this one here. This is an Arturo Fuente, and there's a bunch of unique things here that are starting to transpire with this guitar here. So you'll notice that there's four. This is going to be a 3-string, but one of these holes here is going to be for the strap right here on the top here. You'll notice here that these are indented right there. No real reason other than I'm going to put my eyelets with my string catch here, and I'm going to kind of force the strings to go through those little indentations just to see if I can. So this is a jumbo there, and you can see the little groove in the jumbo. This is a red oak fretboard with solder burn inlays, and the top side is also solder burns, but the back, ooh, everything's gonna fall out of the box here, hand. I got all the components tight. This is a tight fit. Thanks. All of the components are in the box here. Oh, you know what I did not do? I did not delineate which is the hot or the cold here. I'm guessing that the hot is going to be this side here. So I'm going to double check that. One thing you do not want to do is reverse the leads on your piezo. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the back, the neck wood here. Look at this beautiful piece of curly maple. Just meticulously carved, and I was debating what kind of a finish to use here. I think I'm just going to go with a regular oil. So yeah, this is turning out to be really nice. I took my time on the frets. So the frets, there's no spike, and it's all smooth all the way up and down. Of course, everything is nice and leveled to perfection. We got a business card here, and you can see just ever so slightly I had to not cover it right here, and that's because I didn't want it sticking out the backside of the box. Remember to measure twice and cuss once. Well, as it turns out, you can't really see it, but I did not want to run the risk of seeing that card sticking out the back here, so I put it up just a little bit, but you can see it is actually covering. Now this is embedded in hot glue, and I have it drilled out in the middle. I have many videos showing that. You'll see that this is black right here. I put some tape around here and then spray painted it black just on the edges and then on the inside of the notch right there. Oh, and you'll see that extra little divot inside the notch there. So that's like a notch within a notch within another notch. So I have the piezo, the first notch, second notch, third notch. And the reason is because this pickup, get all this magnetic stuff off the bottom here. Come on. Here's a big old fat P90. Well, you see those screws in the bottom here. I wanted it to kind of sit in there. So that's why I have that extra notch. These guys here have the screws in the middle. You can see, I don't know if you can see the light there. There's two screw holes. You can see it right there in the back. So those screws just screw right in. So these pickups are real easy to install. I'm leaving the plastic on. And yes, this is a playing card, the 3 of clubs. So if that's your lucky card right there. Is there anything else to talk about this neck here? Oh, there is a back angle. So I have good action. This particular instrument is going to have the volume control. And you can see just a regular potentiometer for the volume control. But look at this guy here. This one here this is actually a blender. So I got this circuit here from a gentleman, Joel Bell. Joel Bell from Rocket Farms Guitar. That's an awesome looking family there. Anyhow, so Joel gave me this circuit at the New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Festival, and this is my first opportunity. So I'm going to be going in between the piezo, ta-da, and the P90 here, between the blender knobs, so that you can get, a balance between either one or the other, or a balance between the middle. So I did spray paint the inside of this thing black, so that when you're looking in the sound hole, everything is dark. I was thinking of putting one of these guys up here at the top corner, just for kicks. What else here? I got the you're gonna dig this. I got one of every color for the tuners. I got black. I got silver. And last but not least, gold. So you think, well, why not use them all the same? Well, I could use all the same, but then they wouldn't all be different. So this here is diversity, equity, and inclusion. I have a shutter hinge, and I was opting, do I distress it? Do I paint it? What do I do? And then I dawned on me, don't do anything. Leave it perfectly alone. So yes, this is going to be unadulterated, pure from the factory shutter hinge. Of course, I got a drill for the third string there in the center. But these are easy. I mean, they ground easy. Plus, that's going to pair nice with these two golden knobs there. Big hefty blocks in all the four corners. Shims underneath here so I can screw it in. And of course, these here shims match perfectly with the neck. So yeah. Last but not least, I've got these antique style grommets. Let's see if you can see those. They're the antique copper. Instead of using the, got a whole bag of these things here. Antique copper, and that's going to be for the. So it's going to look really nice here. That's going to look really nice. All right, so that's the first project. Okay. Again, I want to keep all this stuff separate. So there's no cross-pollinating, no commingling. Like when you take your dog to the dog park. There will be no sniffing of butts. Yeah, that blender knob comes with instructions. So don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose that. Don't want to lose that either. Keep everything together. Okay, moving right along here. Swing! Isn't that cool? Shout out to Jeff. His contact information is also in the video description. Sawdust is man glitter. We got man glitter. Got the Puckett America flag. We got these guys here. I just love these guys. Look at that. Isn't that cool? All right. I'm going to drop a little bit of science on you guys here. And if you guys want to fact check me, whatever information you find, please put it in the comment section below, because I am repeating what I think I understand is correct from a documentary I saw a long time ago. So I don't know if I'm remembering it exactly correctly. So if I am, I think I am, I'm going to try to explain it to you so that you can understand. But like I said, if you have any other information on this, please let everybody know here. Okay, it has to do with these things here, these F-hole templates. I took this thing apart here. This was an old spoon thing, right? So I took it apart, kept all the screws here. Everything is I'm not documenting it, but I am taking notes in my mind. Okay, guys from Old Stogie, I totally took this thing here and cannibalized it, and I routed this guy just a little bit deeper so that, and then I cut this back here so that would have a back angle. So I'm basically creating a long, it should have been longer. It should have been about this much longer here, but I'm still thinking about what I'm doing here. I need this thing to become about here so I can screw that. I'm not really sure what to do down here. So you can see it here. It's routed out for the piezo. I have the wire trench here. This pickup here, I just kind of banged it around and then put a screw in it so this thing is holding nice and tight. And the elevation here above the wood, you can see this elevation right here, is the thickness of the top of the box. So I made sure, so this is not being used here. This was where the pickup was. I moved it down here to the bridge because I'm gonna have this thing be a rocker. Yeah, I'm saving this F-hole information here because, like I said, I wanted to explain here what I'm talking about here. So I'm not going into detail here how I cut this here, but I just measured it and then remeasured it and remeasured it so that this cut here, and after I'm still not 100% perfect, so I have to go back out and just route it out just a little bit more just to make it perfectly straight. Now this hole over here, same thing. I just measured twice, cut once. So here's where the saddle's going to go. So the bridge is going to be right underneath when I'm playing here with plenty of room here. So I didn't want the pickup to be underneath where I pick. That's kind of, it's annoying when the pickup is right there and you're banging the pick onto the pickup. So I moved it back here. I didn't want it to be up here because I would be strumming. I want the strumming to be over here by the F-holes. I didn't want a big old, I wanted it back here just to kind of, I think it looks better too back there. Okay, yeah, getting onto the F-holes. Ta-da. Okay, so this is, according to the template, a Stradivarius. Can you read that? Stradivarius F-hole, which means that this thing is modeled after the F-hole that they found on the Stradivarius violins. And this is a 4.5 inch. Let's see here. CB Giddy. Okay, Stradivarius. Okay, but if you notice, there's these little straight lines here. There's a straight line right there and a straight line right here. There's also straight lines on the top, but we're going to be concentrating on the straight line that is here, right there. Now, if you'll notice, mine do not have straight lines. They're curved. There should be a straight line right here and a straight line right here. Because, let's see here, because this is what I use for the template here. Okay, but that's because I went back and I filed it and I sanded it and I didn't cut it exactly perfect right the first time, and so whatever. So I'm just using this template as kind of a guide, and then I go back and I kind of round all the edges and smooth everything. But notice the line on this right here, my pinky's touching. That line should be pointing toward the saddle, and you can see that the line is pointing toward the saddle. And in other words, it was when I made this, when I drew it out. See that right there on this side, and then also on, let's see here if I get this one. One of them I messed up. I think this is the one I messed up. But you can see that if I was to line this up perfect, it's almost perfect, not quite. But you can see here that this line right there is pointing toward the saddle. Okay, can you see that? So both of these F-holes have been, now you can't tell now because like I said, they're smooth, right? But if you looked at that, you could see both of those lines were pointing directly, and I took my time to make sure, measure. Now, the people who are a lot smarter than me, you know, they dissect these ancient instruments, right? They get down to the gloss and the thickness of the wood and everything, the grain of the wood. They can even tell you the phase of the moon on the day that they built that thing. They're so incredible. They were wondering, you know, what makes this guitar or this violin sound so good, and so that they were debating, because every one of his builds, Stradivarius builds, these lines right here pointed directly to the saddle or the bridge, whatever you want to call it. It was just, they were thinking maybe that's what was the secret to the tone of the Stradivarius. Again, I just heard that and I saw it in a documentary. I believe that's what I saw. I need to go back and research that. But anyhow, so I've been doing that in my builds because I actually saw that video, and I think it just looked right, you know. I don't know. I just think it looks right. So, is there anything else to mention in this video? Oh, yeah. So we have all sorts of different sizes of piezos. We have little guys, and then we got the biggies, right? Little guys, biggies. So I'm going to go with the biggie on this one because, why? Because size matters. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Don't forget, check out the video links in the video, and go give Jeff a shout out. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.